Today we're finding out what happens when you take two classic American V8s
and drop them in the middle of the English countryside. I've chosen this, a 1968 Chevrolet El Camino.
And I've chosen this, a Shelby GT350 Mustang, 1965.
Is it an actual Shelby GT350?
No, it's not.
Oh.
It's a recreation, but it's a very, very good one. It looks very, very good, and it does have some interesting bits to back up the name. Shelby was a separate company to Ford back in the day, and they used to tune Fords, mainly Mustangs. That's kind of how they made their name, that and obviously the Shelby Cobra. If you don't know what that is, I don't actually know why you're watching this video.
The colour combo. That's a GT350.
This is proper
Shelby.
Wimbledon white and Guardsman blue, I think. These are proper painted stripes as well.
Great names.
Done properly. No
Great
stickers
names.
involved here. Americans, I'll give you that. Your names for cars and stuff.
Always good.
Really, really good. Let me show you under the hood.
Cheers!
We got the 289 V8. To us, that is a 4.7 litre V8. Standard Mustangs had about 260, 270. The Shelby Mustangs had about 300, 306, something like that. This has around about 400, according to owner Neil, and it sounds amazing. Speaking of the sound, we have a side pipe, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, early GT350s had a front one that came out the front, and it got banned in LA, and also because people would get out, burn their legs. So they said,
That actually makes sense. A good representation of American health and safety. Oh, your feet were on fire. We'll move it back a couple inches, don't worry.
Also, GT350 name, I didn't know this until before researching this car. Do you know what that name means? It has nothing to do with the production numbers, the engine, or the performance, or power, anything like that.
Okay.
It's because apparently between their LA base and Shelby American, it was 350 feet.
Oh.
GT500, do you know why they called it that?
It's 150
It had more power.
feet. Oh.
So they had a bigger number.
Okay.
No relation to the power.
Before you do that, can we get a close-up on this?
This is now an ASMR. Listen to me, open the door.
Oh, and then the close.
Oh, it's just lovely.
So this is a 65 Mustang. This is essentially, well, first/second year of production.
Middle of 64 they came out. They call it 64 and a half, and then this is a 65.
This is the nicest Mustang shape.
So this is a fastback shape. The first ever Mustang was actually a convertible, apparently sold. And then there was the notchback one, and then there was this fastback, which is just better.
To me, as a child, this is American car. I will admit this, even though my choice is different. A Mustang is American car.png.
I got lap belts and no headrests.
Also, these seats, really quite good.
Yeah, a GT350, a real one, doesn't actually have back seats. This does have back seats, so that's one of the ways you can tell. You can also tell because someone wouldn't lend us a GT350.
It's true.
I feel a bit nervous to drive it.
Yeah, I would too.
It's one of the nicest things I've ever been in.
Isn't it funny that old American cars, they're one of the only ones in the world. If you show me a 60s Ferrari replica, I'd still go, come on. Whereas an old American replica, completely fine. Fine in my books, any day of the week.
Shall we take it for a spin?
Let's go.
A bit scared.
Oh, that is a good noise.
Townsend's fantastic!
Already, driving through little English villages in this doesn't feel right.
Feels quite wrong.
This feels not correct. Oh, just coming past a lovely idyllic English pub. Sure, they're used to this sort of thing.
Morning.
Hi.
I need to do that. I need to be out here like this. Elbow out and go, oh, God damn!
Also, it's a motorsport noise. Yeah. It's not a streetcar noise.
No, apparently I found out the FBI bought one of the, well, not one of these, they bought a Shelby GT350 to chase moonshiners.
They bought a real GT350.
Yeah, that's not happening in the UK.
No.
Shelby wasn't really in with Ford, they were using Ford, but it wasn't the same thing. But the FBI went, hell, we gotta get ourselves one of those. It made it one of the fastest government vehicles at the time.
There are people playing cricket on a village green. We are possibly the most English place in the least English car.
When this came out, English people were still playing cricket. America didn't even know what that meant.
But our fun soon came to an end when it was time to turn around.
Ooh, yeah, not great for the manoeuvres, this car. The bed. That's, Jesus wept hell.
Also, remember, this is small.
This is the little guy.
Just a gentle junction lead if you could.
Jesus
That's quite good. That's quite good.
And so it was time to go back to base and show Will what I'd gone for.
The Mustang is cool. It drives cool, it sounds cool. But this, to me, is proper America. This is a 1968 Chevrolet El Camino. It's not a truck, it's not a car, it's both. Hi there, can you hear me from over
Only
there?
just, it's very, very long.
It's very long. This
Very
is
long.
5.2 meters long. This car is longer than a brand new Range Rover long wheelbase. It's longer than a 7 Series, than an S-Class.
Okay.
And it belongs to Charlie from Surrey Rolling Road.
What a turd.
Tell me about this one. This is yours. You bought this how long ago?
So we bought this in 2018. As usual, I was browsing cars,
Of course.
and I found this in Albuquerque in New Mexico on eBay, and there was no bids, and I won it for $6,000. We had a man with a trailer collect it from Albuquerque. I would like to point out that it wasn't like this. It was a shell with wheels, had no interior. The engine was a fully built 383 stroker, but it had just been rested in the engine bay.
Perfect.
The car originally was a straight six car that had been converted and sprayed.
You bought an El Camino from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Is that not Breaking Bad?
That's interesting.
That's Jesse Pinkman's car.
That is Jesse Pinkman's car.
It's a really enjoyable car. I always wanted one as a kid. And I wanted something American, something muscly. And it was always an El Camino, and it needed to be like a late 60s one because the later El Caminos are quite frankly ugly.
The facelift, the 1970, we'll put it on screen now. That's the one that people kind of most recognise. It's the Chevelle SS, the iconic one. This is an El Camino.
Oh, hell.
So, as Charlie said, this was originally a straight six car, but if you bought a base Camino V8, it had the Chevy 350 in it. The Chevy 350 is the butt of the joke a lot of times. In the 80s, it had 190 horsepower from a 5.7 litre. Also, if you aren't aware, the 350, the numbers you might see on American cars a lot, refers to their cubic inches. It's essentially just a conversion from that to litres. 350 is a 5.7, and so on and so on. But the 350, as common as it was, had a very cool mod that you can do to it. There was a Chevy 400 engine, and you could take the crankshaft from a 400, put it in a 350, and be left with a 383, Ben, don't laugh, stroker.
I can't, she's gone to the shop.
And that is what this is. So it's a mod that tends to push up torque massively and make these things very torquey. So I'm quite excited by this. Inside, there's something very important that makes this better than the Mustang. Will's sports car Mustang, his European machine, is no match for the bench seat. A bench seat, pure proper America. Ben, mate, you can sit in the middle with us. Also, no movement in the wheels when we're doing this when we're driving. It's going to look like a proper 30s movie. Just, I say, we're driving now.
Wow, that's the heaviest door on planet Earth. That's a hell of a door.
At the back, this is the El Camino's party piece. So this car was built on a Chevelle, a two-door, I think sport coupe is what they would call them, not a coupe, because we're in America.
Coupe.
A coupe.
Coupe.
In 1959, Ford brought out the Ford Ranchero, which was a normal coupe car, but with a truck bed in the back. And Chevy went, oh hell, you ain't getting away with that, and instantly sold way more than the Ranchero. This is a truck bed.
Yeah.
You may fit things in here.
Oh, you could put people in this.
People, pigs, hay, beer. Americans have done it all. Before we drive it, is there anything I need to know about this car?
Steering,
Yeah.
vague.
Okay.
Brakes, vague.
Okay. Seatbelts?
Yeah, it's got them.
Lovely.
But they're lap belts.
Oh.
So they'll probably snap you in half if you crash.
Shall we go out with it?
Let's have a spin.
Well, you're already a bit more worried.
I am quite worried. It's very big.
I'm going to do a steering test. Ready?
Yep. Well, when are you going to start steering?
Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. There you go. That is a 383. Just all of the torque instantly. Quick! It's actually quick.
It feels like it's going to do a wheelie. There are a number of screeches and noises when you lift off.
Do you know what? It reminds me of our Cadillac. And
Yes.
Charlie, I'm really sorry to that. Please don't kill me for saying that. I mean that in the nicest way possible. But there is a very good reason why I chose a car like this and not something like a Mustang. In the UK and Europe, when we think of an American car, you tend to think of the polished stuff.
Yeah.
The stuff that was on the racetracks, the Mustangs, the Corvettes. But to me, this is real classic American motoring. These things were bought because not only could you do your daily activities, you could throw your stuff in the back, the things you needed to do for work. And then on the weekend, you and your mates would tear apart the engine, build a 383 stroker out of 350, and go drag racing in it. Which is why this, to me, I love want these. This is just cool to me.
But it feels very floaty.
Oh yeah, we are.
Oh yeah. Oh,
yeah,
that could,
lap belt could
yeah,
work very
you
well.
could really throw up quickly.
If the Mustang wasn't happy on English B roads, this is really not happy. Oh god. Oh, that's actually
Never been so scared by a Peugeot. Oh.
Jesus. Sorry, was just trying to move through that junction there. Completely opposite of the Mustang, but I could cruise around for days in this. Let me just finish the picture. Now that's quite nice. If I could get a little, you know, a sweet little honey next to me, maybe Benjamin.
Perhaps he's related to you.
Oh, absolutely. I think maybe second cousin would be fine, but better if it's a first.
Yeah, ideally.
Ideally.
You know what? Liking American cars this year was not on my bingo card.
Really not. Genuinely not. And yet here we are.
I have so much room.
Yeah,
I've never been able to do this in a car.
So before getting these cars out on the road together, we thought we'd give Ben a turn in the El Camino, in the middle seat. Now Ben, which cousin are you?
Cousin?
Yeah, of mine.
I don't know what that means.
No, you will in a minute.
And I'm going to just shuffle in next to you
Oh my
here.
God.
Oh, I don't have the thing. Sorry, Ben.
Ben, I'm going to be elbowing you in the chest every time I turn, which
Oh,
is quite a lot.
Ah, Laurie!
It smells great. It smells so good.
I'd say I'm comfortable.
I'm very comfortable.
I'm
Loving
somewhat. I feel cozy. Every time we get any American car on this channel, I want something American. It's just I can't describe it until you get in one. It's the coolest thing.
Now, before we go any further with our classic V8s, if you're buying a classic V8 of any kind or any other car, you should always use today's sponsor, Car Vertical.
That's right, because every single day, hundreds of cars get crashed, probably mostly from this just trying to get down the road. But some of them get repaired and put back on the road in an attempt to hide their shady past. The Car Vertical report, you can find out that dodgy history.
All you need is the car's VIN, but if you don't have that, you can use the car's number plate, and then a Car Vertical report will tell you if that car has been crashed, stolen, or clocked.
Now here we have a car that is not an old muscle car, but it is something I was going to bid on this weekend. It is an old BMW M6, a V10 one, and thankfully for me, it does have green ticks for mileage, finance, and damage, and that was a big thing, because if we go to the mileage, it had 210,000 miles and a weird odometer change, so I had to quickly check it out, but all good on Car Vertical. I didn't win it though.
Now, we've got another BMW here, a 5 Series in Italy, that hasn't been so fortunate because we've got a yellow marker for mileage. And if we tap on mileage, we get a graph that says that this car lost 119,000 kilometers at some point. Now, there might be a good way of explaining that, but with a report like this, you can use that information and get the right deal. There'll be lots of people that won't advertise this. So with the Car Vertical report, you can find out this potentially shady past.
So the next time that you're buying a car, van, motorbike, or a classic V8 muscle car, make sure that you're on a Car Vertical check to make sure the price you pay for it matches its history.
And to butter your biscuit, Car Vertical are offering you 20% off when you use our code TDC.
And with that, it was time to get these two cars out on the road together.
I'll let you in on a very small secret. American cars were realistically the first ones I ever really wanted. When I was growing up, my dad taught me to be into Porsches, Alfa Romeos, things like that. And then I got into max power and modifying cars. But right around the age where I realized maybe one day I might be able to actually own a car, I started getting into American cars. Gone in 60 seconds, American car magazines, they were the coolest ones out there to me. And for some reason, I always had a soft spot for these El Caminos. There's something so cool and so unique about the fact that it is a muscle car, not a pony car like that, but with a truck bed out back. And it's not for novelty. People use these cars for their work. Because you could still effectively use this and then go and take it to the track, tear it apart in your garage and build it up with your mates. And that, to me, is the coolest part of American car culture. That is why this car is cool to me.
I really have to say thank you to the owner of this car, Neil. He's a subscriber of the channel and he very kindly has let us borrow this for a couple of days, actually. This is the first time I've driven it, though. I've been too scared to drive it otherwise. Neil has always wanted a fastback Mustang, and for years, he would joke to his mum that he would want a Mustang for Christmas. Unfortunately, he lost both his mum and his dad in a space of about 3 years. He told me he realised his own mortality and he thought, sod it, I'm going to get that car, I'm going to have that thing I've always wanted because life is far too short. A story like that makes this car so much cooler. This isn't just a guy who had a load of money and thought, you know what, Mustangs are cool, I'll have a Mustang. This feels like a kind of forever car for Neil, so thank you very much, Neil. And I know it means a lot to you, but I really don't want to give it back. It's so obnoxious, that car. But not as obnoxious as this.
Oh, that Mustang sounds good. That Mustang sounds really good.
My knob has come off.
I don't know what it is about the junctions around here, but people keep leaving black marks all near them. Only one though, but someone should really look into that.
Hold on, my 8-ball knob has just come off. Well, I can still change gear. There's been a bump, but I can get around it, that's for sure. Very noisy. Now, you can cruise in it, but just not very quietly.
Now, Will's car is faster, it sounds better, it's overall probably just cooler, but I'm not envious. This is a bit of a childhood dream to get to drive this car. I absolutely love it. I'm not jealous of Will's car. I'm not jealous. I am jealous. I'm jealous, it's cool.
This is the kind of car you can drive it on a weekend like this and have unbelievable fun just listening to the damn thing. You don't even have to drive it that quickly. It makes this noise when you lift off, this breathing noise. That's why we like these cars, because they're like us, they're breathing, it makes a noise. So, Edwin, an El Camino like that, first time driving one, does it live up to it?
The whole thing that this car is about is what I wanted to experience. The lazy, big, loads of torque, is it that fun? And the answer is yes. It is very, very fun to drive.
Between driving this and driving the Hellcat, I'm officially sold on American cars. I'm not necessarily sold on them in this country, but I am sold on them.
I think I've got more respect for people that have American cars in the UK.
Yeah, this car's cool. It doesn't make me want to be an American, it just means I like their cars.
I think TDC needs a coast-to-coast tour at some point with something that we buy off Facebook Marketplace.
That would be lovely.
So, thank you very much, Neil, for lending us your prized Mustang. Thank you very much, Charlie, for letting me have a go in this El Camino. It is very kind. As always, check out Surrey Rolling Road if you want your car dynoed and made fun of by Charlie. And finally, thank you very much to the local people here for not crashing into this El Camino. It's much appreciated. Click here if you want to watch where we drove modern American cars. Click here to subscribe. See you next week.